to trust you, but I was a damn fool. You was speaking game, you didn't care about me at the end of the day. Cause we started off as friends, and it was cool, but it was all pretend.
Come on.
Hey YouTube, it's Kay, back with another video. And today I'm gonna be doing a story time about a time I got set up with a guy who enjoys ball busting. If you don't know what ball busting is, you will know by the end of this video. Okay. Where do I start? This happened spring semester of college. I had a friend staying with me for like 2 months. I'm not gonna lie, she was staying with me for a while because she needed somewhere to stay. And everybody's gonna have a fake name in this video, by the way. So my friend who is staying with me is gonna be, I'm gonna name her after my sister, Sophia. And then the guy who I got set up with will be Brandon. My other friend that's in the story, I'm gonna name her Ashley. So I had my friend Sophia staying with me for about 2 months at school, and this was from starting in January. And when she came to my school, she had told me that she just so happened to have a friend who recently moved to Rochester and she hadn't seen in years. So she asked me if he can come and, like, you know, they can spend some time together, whatever. And I was like, yeah, sure, I don't mind. Like, we could all get something to eat after I get out of class, yada yada. Prior to that, she had told me that she had a friend who was weird and he enjoyed getting stepped on. That's all she said. So we had like a conversation about that. I had a million questions, like, what do you mean stepped on? She was like, I don't even know, he just told me he likes to get stepped on. And yeah, that was all that I know. So she told me his name. She said his name was Brandon. So I'm like, okay. But when she told me that she wanted a friend to come over, she never told me his name. So we're all at the dining area in my school getting something to eat. And when you order something, you have to write your name on a slip, and then when it's ready, they call it out. So I'm waiting for my food, and then I hear them call out Brandon. And the boy that was with us was walking over to get his food. So I'm looking, I'm like, I know this girl does not have this guy at my school. Like, first of all, why is she hanging out with him if she said he's weird? So anyways, long story short, I'm not gonna lie, by the end of the day, I was like, you know what, this guy's actually cool. He's 28, by the way. I was like, he's actually cool. Like I was like, you know what, if he does those things, whenever he does them, then I'm gonna just, you know, pretend like I didn't know. So now the next day, my friend Sophia, she tells me, she says, oh, yesterday Brandon thought, like, you know, you were cute, and he asked if you can step on him with heels, and he'll buy you with whatever heels you like. So I'm like, what? I'm like, what does he even mean, step on him? Like, I'm confused because the only thing going through my head right now is like, wouldn't that hurt? It doesn't matter where I'm stepping on you, like anywhere on your body is gonna hurt, especially with heels. So she's like, I don't know, that's just what he's telling me right now. And she showed me the messages. I was like, no, like, I'm not doing that. That's weird. I'm sorry, they are so loud with the fireworks. They've been doing that like for the past 4 days throughout the whole night to like 1 or 2 in the morning. A few days later, she mentions it again, and he says he'll give me $100. So I'm like, I know $100 is nothing, but still, for a college student, I was broke, okay? So I'm like, how long he wants me to step on him? So now I'm asking questions. I'm like, how long he wants me to step on him? She's like, he said like up to 5 minutes. So I'm like, okay, like, I'm like, I'll step on him. Like, even though it's weird, I was like, I'll suck it up and I'll step on him. But then I told my friend, I was like, but I want you in the room with me because that's all he's getting is stepped on. That Saturday, we had all went out to a club, and he was very convenient for us. Like, he was 28, so he will buy us bottles, pay for us to get into the club, and he was our driver. We're in the club, and he starts like grinding on my leg, and I can like feel, you know, the things going on down there. So I was lit, and like it probably took me like a good 10 seconds to really process what the heck was happening. So when I realized, I was like, oh my god, stop, like please stop, like that. He was like, sorry Kay, like I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. And I was just like, okay, like whatever, like, you know, just trying to dead the situation. So then after that, we all went back to the room, and he saw like a pair of heels under my bed, and he was like, are those yours? And I was like, yeah. He was like, can I touch them? And I was like, okay. So he literally, okay, let's say this was my shoe. He literally picked up my shoe, and he was like, oh, this makes my heart so warm. What? Like, guys, I wish, I am not lying, like I really wish I would have caught this on record. Like this whole situation, I really wish I would have recorded the whole thing. He texted Sophia again. He was like, hey, I remember Kay said she would do this for me, and she never mentioned it last time we went out, so I'm just wondering when is a good time and what heels she wants so I can order them. And by then I had changed my mind. I was like, nah, like I don't want to do it, like that just makes me feel uncomfortable, like just even the thought of it is weird, yada yada. So he was begging me, please Kay, whatever. And eventually I was just like, what I gotta lose? Like, all right, fine, I'll do it. So I was like, next time we go to the club, when we come back, I'll do it. So I was like, but you don't have to buy me like heels, just give me the money and I'll just use the heels that I have. He was like, that's perfect, because those are beautiful being weird. Okay, so we go to the club that Thursday. Everything was cool in the club, we was all chilling, we was lit. And I had just remembered that day I had told one of my other friends who I went to high school with, that goes to school in the same city as me, that she could spend the night with me. We go back to the room, and when we park, he goes in his trunk and he brings out a board. When I tell y'all that this board was like big, okay, it was huge, like it was huge, okay, and then it had a hole in the middle, okay. And once again, we was all lit, so like we're just laughing at him, like, we're like, this man is a weirdo. And he had it covered in like a black sheet, like bed sheet, and we're like, this guy is a weirdo, like just laughing at him. Like, not, I don't know why we didn't ask him why he had this sheet, but we didn't. I mean, why he had the board, but we didn't. And yeah, we should have. It was weird. We were just laughing at him. Anyways, we get to the room. My friend Sophia, she was so lit, like so lit. Her mom called her, and they were talking about like personal things, and she started crying, so she went into the bathroom after I told her not to leave me with this guy, okay. She left me with him in the living room. But by this time, my friend Ashley was with me. But either way, I don't know him. I did not want to be alone with him. This is where it gets crazy. My friend is in the bathroom, and he's looking at me and Ashley. And we're sitting on the couch together, and he's looking at us, and he's like, you know, mentioning like, yeah, so are you serious about this, Kay? Da, 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 da. And by then, I changed my mind again. I was like, no, like I don't want to do it anymore, like, you know, like, no, it's just weird to me, it's not something I feel comfortable doing. He was like, I know it's weird, but like a lot of women do this. He was like, I have plenty of videos of women doing this, da, da, da. And I was like, you want me to step on your back? And he was like, no, like my front. And I'm like, what? And once again, I'm thinking front, okay. So I'm like, that's just so weird, because I would think that the front hurts more than your back. And then he starts getting close to me, and he's looking at my feet, and he tries to touch my feet, and I'm like, no, please, no, like please don't do that. and he goes to like kiss my feet, and I was like, no, like seriously, please do not do that. Like just stay where you are. And mind you, I totally forgot that like I was supposed to do this, and once again I changed my mind. So my friend Ashley is there, and she does not even know who this man is, and at this point she doesn't even know what the fuck is going on. So she's looking at me like, because this man is sitting here trying to kiss my feet and grab my feet like a weirdo. He was getting annoying, and I really just wanted him to leave my room. Like, I really just wanted him to leave my room. And he was huge, okay? He was like 6'3" and super muscular, okay? Like, I'm scared the whole time. I'm looking around. I'm like, if this man really tried to like grab us up, like, I'm looking like, what the fuck I'm finna knock him the fuck out with, because I was not playing no games. Eventually I gave in. I'm like, you know what, like whatever, fine, let's do this, da da da. And also before that, he had told me that he got the board to help me balance. So I'm like, what? Like, what is the point of me even standing on you if you're not, like, I would think you want me to wear the heels so that you could feel it like poking in your back. If I'm using the board, like at this point you don't feel nothing except my weight. So I was just so confused. So then I was like, okay, fine. I went to my room to put on my heels. When I come out, this man is pulling down his pants, okay? And then I'm like, no, what are you doing? Like, this is exactly how I was. I was like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, stop. Like, what are you doing? He was like, you know, nah. I'm like, no, I don't know. Like, I don't know. He's like, I want you to step on my front. I'm like, you want me to step on your balls? Y'all, this still don't sit right with me. I'm like, you want me to step on your balls? He's like, yeah. I'm like, and what is the board for? He says that he put his private areas through the hole, and then the sides help me balance while I step. And I was just so confused, honestly. Mind you, my friend who was not supposed to leave me alone is still in the bathroom on the phone crying. And at this point, I was just so confused and weirded out and uncomfortable. And so I was just like, nope, I changed my mind again, because that is not what I thought was happening here, like, at all. So I was like, please put your hands up. Once again, he's like, hey, come on, like, you said you were serious, you told me you were doing this, like, I'm not trying to play games here, like, I just want to get this done and I'll give you the money, da, da, da. And I'm like, no, like, I don't want to do it. And once again, my friend is on the couch just looking like, because she don't know what's happening. So then I had told her that I had to use the bathroom, and I had texted her asking her if she feels comfortable if I leave her in the living room, and she was like, yeah, like, she's not scared of him or anything. So I was like, okay. So I went in the bathroom just for 2 minutes because I still didn't want to leave her alone with him. And I was telling my friend who was on the phone with her mom, like, I'm sorry, but first of all, you're not even in the right headspace right now to be on the phone with your mom, and second of all, like, it's a lot going on out here with your friend, and I need you to tell him to leave, and I need you to come, okay? And she was like, yeah, I'll be right there, kept on telling me that. Yeah, just hold on, give me a few minutes. Okay, I kept waiting, okay? Y'all, when I tell y'all we was out there with that guy for like 2 hours, I'm not even joking. I go back in the living room, and he was like, oh, he'll show me the videos of other women doing it. I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. I don't care. Like, I don't care. I just don't want to do it. So then he was like, you know what? Because I was asking him to leave. So he was like, you know what? I wasn't going to suggest this because I thought it was a little bit extreme. But would you guys want to kick me in my balls? Once again, I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, that's weird. Like, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I just personally feel like that's weird. No offense to anybody who does do that, but I just wouldn't do that. I don't feel comfortable doing that to anybody. And yeah, that's just that. So I'm like, no, like I don't want to do that. I don't know if it was just the fact, like just the thought of it, or if it was because of the fact that like I would think somebody would be in pain and I wouldn't want to put someone in pain, you know what I'm saying? But something in me just couldn't let me do it. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to get him out of my room, so I stood up and I was like, you know what, I'll do it. And I was like, okay, fine. So I'm standing in front of him. He's like, as hard as you can, as hard as you can. And I was just like, I can't. I sat back down. I was like, I can't do it. Like, I just can't. I really couldn't. And then I looked at my friend because she's like a little freak. So I was like, do you want to do it? And she was like, no. And then once again, he kept on trying to convince us, And eventually she gave in. She was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And I was like, for real? And he was like, for real? So she put on my heels, and my heels were pointy, okay, at the tip. And she stood in front of him, and the rest I will post right now.
All right, Travis, what's up? As hard as you can. Come on, like a soccer pro. Come on. 1, 2. Come on. Out. 3. Come on, hold on, wait. Come on, keep going. That's all you got? You're such a little weak female. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Y'all thought I was joking? That really went down, and I know y'all saw the board. I know y'all saw the board. That was my dorm room, spring semester of college, sophomore year. And he gave me permission to record too. He said he just didn't want his face in it. Never heard from him again after that. Also, I stopped talking to that friend that left me with this dude. Stop talking to her. You don't gotta tell me twice. It was more to the situation as to why I stopped talking to her. Moral of the story, be careful of who you hang out with and the company they keep. Also, just be careful, because this man was big. I didn't know who he was. I was sitting here freaking agreeing to do something for $100, knowing that I wasn't even comfortable doing it. And I know I wasn't comfortable from the start doing it. And another thing, like, make sure you ask questions when it comes down to anything. Because you see, I genuinely thought that he wanted me to step on his back or on his chest or something like that, because I would never in a million years that think ball busting is a thing. But it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know any videos you want me to, any other videos you want me to do. I'll get them done. Period. So now let me stop. See you next time.